Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever, coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model as I continue to play catch up. Today I'll be doing a review on the Gemini Jet's British Airways Airbus A321NEO new engine option aircraft in their Union Jack livery scheme in a 1/200 scale model. I purchased this model from Easy Toys and their website address is www.easytoys.com. But first, before I go into details about this particular aircraft model, please allow me to share with you some information about the history of British Airways and how they actually came about. British Airways is a British-based airline whose actual history beginnings can actually be traced back to August 25, 1919, when it was formed, as well as originated from a small airline company called Aircraft Transport and Travel Limited. And after a series of mergers with different as well as various airline carriers, it was formed under the name of Imperial Airways on March 31, 1924, then merged with another British-based airline carrier that ended up forming under the name of BOAC, British Overseas Airways Corporation, on November 24, 1939, then merged with another airline called BEA, British European Airways, on January 1, 1946, and operated under the BOAC, British Overseas Airways Corporation umbrella until September 1, 1972, and that's when the British Airways Group was eventually established after the passage of the Civil Aviation Act of 1971 was passed, which also formed the British Airways Board, which resulted in the merger of the BOAC, the British Overseas Airways Corporation, and BEA, the British European Airways, consolidating into one big airline carrier as the Consolidated Airline was officially established on March 31, 1974, and officially commenced operation by the dissolution of BOAC, British Overseas Airways Corporation, and BEA, British European Airways, to become the airline which is known to the world today as British Airways, as the British-based carrier celebrated their centennial anniversary on August 25, 2019. Whereas the headquarters of British Airways is located in the Waterside Building, which is located in the Harmondsworth section of London, England, which is a village located in the borough of Hillendon that's located northwest of Heathrow Airport, while the airline's main base of operations is located on the grounds of London-Heathrow Airport, which is located approximately 14 miles west of the Central District section of London, England, and also has a major presence at Gatwick Airport, which is located approximately 30 miles south of the Central District section of London, England, in the London suburb of Crawley, England. British Airways is the national flag carrier airline of the United Kingdom, as well as the largest operating airline in the United Kingdom in terms of international flights, as well as international destinations served. However, based on fleet size and based on the number of passengers carried, it is the second largest operating airline carrier in the United Kingdom after EasyJet. As of June 2022, or at the time of this video review posting, British Airways currently flies to 183 destinations worldwide across 6 inhabited continents, as British Airways is currently one of 10 airlines to own this actual distinction of permanently flying to all 6 inhabited continents, along with Air Canada, Air China, Delta Airlines, Emirates, Korean Air, Qantas, Qatar Airways, South African Airways, and United Airlines respectively, with an operating fleet of 257 aircraft, which includes 28 Airbus A321s, in which 18 of those are the Airbus A321-200 variant, and the remaining 10 are the Airbus A321NEO new engine option aircraft variant, including this one you're looking at here. And in addition to the 257 aircraft that currently operates in the British Airways fleet, the British-based carrier also has unfulfilled orders for an additional 43 more aircraft that includes 3 more Airbus A321neos, new engine option aircraft, and those aircraft, as we speak, are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery. Also, as of June 2022, or at the time of this video review posting, British Airways is one of 59 airlines in the world of aviation that currently operates as a certified 4-star airline carrier, according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine, and the Airbus destination code for British Airways for this particular aircraft is 51NX. Alright everyone, let's take a look at the front of the box here, and what you're looking at is the engraved gold Gemini 200 decal, the British Airways title, the corporate logo, the computer generated picture of the aircraft. the aircraft type, the 1/200 scale die-cast model aircraft, and an item number information you see at the front of the box. All right, now you're looking at the back of the box, and what you see is the engraved gold Gemini 200 decal, some more information, the Facebook social media page of Gemini Jets of Facebook. You can pause and read that information if you like. In the meantime, I'm going to keep this moving, okay? All right, now you're looking at the top of the box, and what you see is the engraved gold Gemini 200 decal, the adult collectible model, and warranty information, as well as the item number information you see at the top of the box. All right, now you're looking at the bottom of the box. It's pretty much a flap. You see that little button there, the flap button there, including the Gemini 200 engraved gold decal, as well as the website page of Gemini Jets. All right, now you're looking at the left side of the box, and what you're looking at is the engraved gold Gemini 200 decal, the 1/200 scale die-cast model information, the computer-generated picture of the aircraft type, as well as the item number information you see at the left side of the box. All right, now you're looking at the right side of the box. It's pretty much the same information on the left side of the box I just showed you earlier on, okay? All right, now you're looking at the front of the box, but this time I got the box laid out on the table. And the reason I got this box laid out on the table is the flap here I showed you here. So I'm going to flip that up and let you see the packaging. This is what's inside the packaging. The top part is the foam. It's to protect the model and the accessory that came with the model. And then you see that tripod stand right there. That's the tripod stand for this model. However, I will not be doing a review with that tripod stand. So I'm going to take the top part of foam out, the packaging, and let you see what's inside of the packaging. Let's check it out. This is what's inside of the packaging. No, just the actual aircraft model. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out. All right. All right. This is the alternative stand that I'm going to do the model review with. It's pretty strong and sturdy. It doesn't have no black padding there, but it's pretty stable. It's a lot better than that tripod stand that actually came with the model. You can buy this actual model stand at eBay, on eBay, for about anywhere from $6 to about $10 plus shipping. It's pretty much well worth it. I would recommend that over the tripod stand. All right. All right. With all that information out of the way about the history of British Airways and how they actually came about, plus all the details here at the front of the box, plus the information at the back of the box, plus the actual packaging, and the alternative model stand. And since there's no gear replacement doors for this particular aircraft model, with no further ado, everyone, here is the actual model out of the packaging box. Let's check it out. There it is. The Gemini Jets, British Airways, Airbus A321NEO, new engine option aircraft in a 1/200 scale model. All right. Allow me to share with you some information about the British Airways Airbus A321NEO new engine option aircraft, this aircraft looking at here, and how it actually became part of their fleet. British Airways took delivery of its first of 13 Airbus A321neos new engine option aircraft that the British-based carrier had placed orders for back on August 6, 2015, and received their very first Airbus A321neo new engine option aircraft, which bears the registration ship number G-NEOR, at a special delivery ceremony that was held at the Airbus Delivery Center facility that's located in Hamburg, Germany, on November 23, 2018. Then fast forward 9 days later, and that's when British Airways' first inaugural flight on this particular aircraft actually took place, which was on December 2, 2018, and that's when British Airways officially begun utilizing this aircraft on their London-Heathrow to Oslo, Norway route, which was soon followed thereafter on that same day by their London-Heathrow to Dublin, Ireland route, alternating with the Airbus A319s and Airbus A320s that are currently utilized on these particular routes, as the British-based carrier's entire fleet of Airbus A321neos are currently based and operated exclusively out of the carrier's main operating hub at London Heathrow Airport. British Airways has ordered a total of 13 Airbus A321neos to add to their fleet, and at the time of this video review posting, only 10 are currently operating in service, while the remaining 3 are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery, as this particular aircraft, unfortunately, became the aircraft that eventually replaced the British-based carrier's entire fleet of Boeing 767-300ERs, which was officially withdrawn from the British Airways fleet on November 25, 2018, as this aircraft is mostly utilized mainly on their short-haul routes, particularly throughout most of Western and Eastern Europe, Scandinavia, as well as Western Asia. Let's talk about the nice-looking Union Jack livery scheme you see on here as well. This is the current livery scheme of British Airways, which was unveiled along with its brand new corporate identity on June 10, 1997, which has become known as the Chatham Dockyard / Union Jack livery scheme, as the name of the livery scheme actually takes its name from the historic dockyard Chatham, Kent, as the tail fin of the aircraft actually bears a red, white, and blue interpretation of the Union Jack flag, which is actually the official name of the national flag of the United Kingdom, that was actually based on the original flag that was used by the late English naval commander Lord Nelson, and the first aircraft that actually began sporting this livery scheme was a British Airways Concorde supersonic transport, which bared the registration ship number G-BOAB, as this iconic livery scheme was developed and created by the British design consultancy agency firm Newell and Sorrell. So, with all this information out of the way about this aircraft, how it replaced the 767, how it's becoming a game changer for British Airways, as well as the livery scheme you see on here as well, with no further ado, everyone, let's get down to business and allow me to show you all the details on this aircraft model. Shall we? Let's check it out. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the port/left side. We're going to start at the front as usual. We're going to see the front nose landing gears right here. The landing gear struts, the landing gear door featuring the partial registration ship number inside that nose gear door, OP, and the ETOPS information. Then you see the pitot tubes and the static ports, what have you. The radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows. I'm going to give you a better visual view of those details later on in the model review. And then you see the British Airways ribbon logo that sits about right here. And this British Airways ribbon logo was designed by Newell and Sorrell in 1997, which actually symbolizes a distant echo of the Speedbird symbol that was first used by Imperial Airways in 1932 and then by the BOAC, the British Overseas Airways Corporation, shortly thereafter. And then right by the L1 entrance door is the One World logo, which is this logo right here. British Airways joined the One World Alliance along with American Airlines, Cathay Pacific, and Qantas as one of the 4 founding members on February 1st, 1999, which consists of 14 airline members from 6 inhabited continents. And then you see the British Airways billboard title you see here. And next to the British Airways billboard title is the coat of arms logo, which is this little logo you see right here. This particular logo is actually called the coat of arms logo, as this logo can be visibly seen on the side of the fuselage of every British Airways aircraft flying today, as the coat of arms logo also displays British Airways' true commitment to providing great customer service to every passenger, as this has been the main mission objective for British Airways since the airline's inception. Also inside the lower part of the coat of arms logo features a motto that British Airways goes by. It is called "To Fly to Serve." It's right in there, though. I'm not going to bring it too close. It might blur the vision of the video, so it's right in there, okay? All right, now you're looking at the center of the aircraft, and underneath the wings where you're looking at is the outer landing bogey gears here, which includes the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. But more important, you see these nice massive engines featuring the engine cones right there, and then there's a little details here on the engine column there as well. And these are the CFMI-LEAP leading edge aviation propulsion 1A32 turbofan type engines that are used on this particular British Airways Airbus A321NEO new engine option aircraft. Now we're going to turn this aircraft model around. We're going to look at the front of the engines, and we're going to see if the turbofan blades spin. Let's check it out. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the port/left side, features the engine strike/air deflectors there and there. Now let's see if the fan blades spin on here. Let's check it out. Yes, they do. Oh, perfect. Okay, unfortunately, there's no inboard landing light on this particular aircraft model, but you got the front visual view of the outer landing bogey gears you see there, which includes the landing gear struts as well as the actual landing gear doors. All right, now looking at the front of the engines here on the starboard side of the aircraft, featuring the engine strikes and the air deflector there as well. Now do the fan blades spin over here as well? Yes, they do. Perfect. But you don't have the inboard landing lights on this side of the aircraft either. But you got the front visual view of the outer landing bogey gears, as you can see there, which includes the landing gear struts as well as the actual landing gear doors as well. All right, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft, where you see above the cockpit windows the partial registration ship number, EOP. You got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the radome nose cone, the nose gear doors, the landing gear lights inside of the nose gear door, the landing gear struts, as well as the front visual view of the front nose landing gears. All right, we're still on the port side of the aircraft. What you're looking at is the blended winglet wingtip devices, better known as the sharklet wingtip devices, which this is the wingtip device you see here. And it actually began back in 2009. That's when Airbus came up with another creative name for these blended winglets, as you can see, in which the company decided to call them the sharklets, which is designed to enhance payload range performance, resulting in less fuel consumption at the same time. Auckland-based Air New Zealand actually became the very first airline to have these wingtip devices installed on their aircraft back in 2012. And then there's the red navigation light you see right there next to the sharklet wingtip device as well. All right, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, and right next to the registration ship number is the Royal Mail logo, which is this logo you're looking at right here. And Royal Mail is the primary postal service company in the United Kingdom that's been in business since 1516, as British Airways uses this service to transfer their mail and parcel around the world. And then right next to the Royal Mail logo is the actual registration ship number, G-NEOP, which is this registration ship number you're looking at here. Registration ship number G-NEOP. This particular aircraft was the fourth British Airways Airbus A321NEO new engine option aircraft that actually entered the British Airways fleet. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on March 4, 2019 and was delivered to British Airways on March 27, 2019. All right, now you're looking at the tail fin of the aircraft, and what's displayed on the tail fin of the aircraft is the Chatham Dockyard / Union Jack livery scheme, which is displayed on the tail fin you see right here. Since the airline's formation in 1974, British Airways sported a Union Jack livery scheme painted on their tail fin up until 1984, when it was changed to the Landor livery scheme and was changed back to the Chatham Dockyard, Union Jack livery scheme in 1999. As the livery on the tail fin of the aircraft resembles a section of the British Union flag. And then there's the partial registration ship number on top of the tail fin right there, OP. All right, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft, and what you're looking at is the APU, auxiliary power unit exhaust hole. Unfortunately, there's no hole there. It's really kind of painted off there. But below the APU exhaust hole is the little strobe light you see there, as well as the entire aircraft from the rear view angle. Let's check it out. There it is, the British Airways Airbus A321neo new engine option aircraft from the rear view angle. All right, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the starboard / right side. We're going to start at the front as usual again. See the front nose landing gears, the landing gear struts, the landing gear doors featuring partial registration ship number OP inside that nose gear door and the ETOPS information. See the pitot tubes and the static ports, what have you, the radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit window, the British Airways ribbon logo, the British Airways billboard title, the front bulk bin door, and there's the coat of arms logo you see displayed there as well. All right, now you're looking at the center of the aircraft on the starboard side, and underneath the wings, you're looking at the CFM-LEAP leading edge aviation propulsion 1A32 turbofan type engine. See all the little details here on the engine column, the air deflectors, the engine strikes, and there's the engine cone, and right behind the engine is the a side visual view of the outer landing bogey gears, include the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. All right, now you're looking at the blended wing slash sharklet wingtip device on this side of the aircraft, featuring the green navigation light you see displayed next to the blended winglet slash sharklet wingtip device. All right, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the starboard side. What you're looking at is the rear boat bin door, the AFT boat bin door, the registration ship number, as well as the Union Jack livery scheme you see displayed on the tail fin of the aircraft, and the partial registration ship number you see there, OP. All right, before I show you this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view, as well as the undercarriage belly view in its entirety in full detail, please allow me to let you check out one feature, which is the rolling gears. So let's check it out now. As you see, it rolls pretty good. The model tilts, even tilts by itself. And the front nose gear on this one swivels pretty good. Yeah, don't swivel all around, but it swivels enough, okay? So with that said, let's check this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view. Let's check it out. All right, now you're looking at this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view. Well, we're going to start at the front of the aircraft. We see the radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows. The partial registration ship number, EOP, sits above the cockpit windows. And then you come up here, top of the aircraft, we see the high frequency antenna. Then you see the British Airways ribbon logo on both sides. And then you come right here in the middle of the aircraft, you see the anti-collision beacon light, the ADF antennas, another high frequency antenna, another high frequency antenna, and then there's the tail fin of the aircraft, including the horizontal stabilizer. Features a little dot right there, as well as the dot on this side here as well. Those little dots, everyone, are actually called illuminator lights, and the sole purpose of those illuminator lights is that it actually light up this tail here when it flies during nighttime. Now let's check out the wings and the engines from above. Now you're looking at the engines first. Then you're looking at the top of the wings. You got the wing walkway, as well as the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you, the warning information, fuel dump valve, as well as the sharklet wingtip device you see displayed on this side of the aircraft. Let's check out over here. See the engines there. The top of the wings featuring the wing walkway, including the warning information, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you, fuel dump valve, and then there you see the top of the sharklet wingtip device on this side of the aircraft as well. All right, now you're looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model, where it's mostly blue. We're going to start at the front here, where you see the radome nose cone, the crew escape hatch door, the front nose gear landing gear door, as well as the front nose landing gear. And then we slide up this way, a high frequency antenna, the NACA ducts, the anti-collision beacon light, the hole where the model stand goes in at, the Gemini Jets logo, another high frequency antenna. See the pressure relief valves on both sides of the aircraft, the APU housing door, as well as the horizontal stabilizers underneath. Now let's check out the gears right here. And then you see the engines there, as well as the wings underneath, which includes the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you, fuel dump valve, registration ship number, as well as the sharklet wingtip device you see displayed there. Now let's check out the gears over here. There, see the engines there, as well as the wings underneath, which also includes the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you, fuel dump valve, as well as the sharklet wingtip device you see displayed here as well. All right, since I show you this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view, as well as the undercarriage belly view in full detail in its entirety, now I'm going to put it on that alternative model stand that I showed you earlier. So with no further ado, everyone, here is the model on the alternative model stand. Let's check it out. Okay, finally got this model on this alternative model stand. It's holding up pretty good. No problem, no issues. As you can see, displayed in the takeoff landing position with the model on the stand. Now I'm going to let this model rotate in a clockwise rotation, starting with the port side you're looking at right here. Now you're looking at it from the tail cam angle. The starboard side of the aircraft. The front of the aircraft. And back to the port side of the aircraft. And since this particular aircraft model has no gear replacement doors for this particular aircraft model, I'm going to go ahead and take it off this alternative stand and go ahead and wrap up this model review. Alright, the seating configuration. The British Airways Airbus A321NEO new engine option aircraft seats 220 passengers in a single configured cabin layout. Here's the breakdown, everyone, from rows 1 to 35, which will be about from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You have 220 Euro travel class seats, which brings it to 220 seats. And finally, and in addition to Oslo, Norway, as well as Dublin, Ireland, as the official inaugural flight destinations for this particular aircraft, British Airways currently employs this aircraft or have previously utilized this aircraft, the Airbus A321neo new engine option aircraft, on routes from their primary hub at London-Heathrow Airport in London, England, to destinations such as Aberdeen, Scotland, Alicante, Spain, Amman, Jordan, Amsterdam, Schiphol, Athens, Greece, Barcelona, Spain, Berlin, Tegel, Baringi, Italy, Bucharest, Romania, Cairo, Egypt, Copenhagen, Denmark, Corfu, Greece, Dusseldorf, Germany, Edinburgh, Scotland, Frankfurt, Germany, Geneva, Switzerland, Glasgow, Scotland, Hamburg, Germany, Istanbul, Turkey, Larnaca, Cyprus, Madrid, Spain, Malaga, Spain, Manchester, England, Milan, Malpensa, Moscow, Dumas de Vaux, Nice, France, Newcastle, England, Paris, Charles de Gaulle, Pisa, Italy, Rhodes, Greece, Stockholm, Orlando, Tel Aviv, Israel, Toulouse, France, Valencia, Spain, Venice, Marco Polo, and Warsaw, Poland. Those are the routes. Well, this will conclude this model review, everyone. I'd like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting it. If you find this model is about like 3 years old, and I happen to slash the last one up from Easy Toys. If you can find it on eBay, that's probably your only outside chance to get this model. Please snatch it up. I highly recommend it. So with that said, please take care. God bless. Stay tuned. There's more model content coming. And above all, everyone, please stay safe out here. Peace.